A very good morning, dear children. I am glad to meet you all through this second video on motion in our physics subject. Now, before getting into today's class, I would like to appreciate the people who have done very well in the Google Forms. I call them Google Form geniuses. They have done and they have got 10 out of 10. Balaji, Sahana, and Yogeshwar, my appreciations to you. Now, let us get into today's class. So before we begin, I would like to give a quick recap of what we have done in the last class. We have seen what is motion. It is the change of position with respect to the observer. We have seen that. Motion, that is relative motion, and motion along a straight line that we have seen with the line diagram, position moving from A to B and C and so on. So motion along a straight line. After that, we have seen distance and displacement. Distance is the total length covered by the person. It is a scalar quantity. It has a value. It cannot be zero at all. But displacement, it is the difference between the initial position and the final position. It can be zero because initial position and the final position can be same. It is a vector quantity. It is a distance with direction, but distance have no direction, displacement has some direction. And after that, we have seen uniform and non-uniform motion. From there, now we are getting into, so we say there is motion. How to measure this motion? There should be something to measure that. There we go. Now we are going to see two important topics of today's class. What is that? That is speed. You have seen the speedometer and odometer in all your automobiles, example, your cars and bikes and buses, vans and anything. Next is velocity. Velocity is also rate of change of motion, but with some direction in it. I will explain you clearly when it comes there. Now, to know about the speed, let us go from what we have already know. What is speed? We have seen this symbol or a signboard on the road, 20 kilometer per hour. 20 kilometer per hour is called speed. You have to move your vehicle because of a traffic or because of a bend. You should move at this speed. So whatever you see on the board is the speed. What are the other things we have? We have already know what is speed. You might have watched cricket and you see how Bradley is bowling and how he is giving that 160 kilometer power per hour is the speed of his ball. So I have made a round mark that you can see that is called the speed. And you see it is the odometer or speedometer that you can see in all your two-wheelers. This measures speed. So from cricket, how the bowler is bowling. So he is bowling at certain speed, pitching at certain speed, and your vehicle is moving at certain speed. So this is speed. Before getting into the concept, let us understand what we have already know. Yes, you see what is speed? Speed is a distance covered in a given amount of time. It is distance by time taken. If I cover this much of distance in this much of time, then that is my speed. Distance is usually measured in meters and time is usually measured in seconds. So the unit of speed is meter per second or kilometer per hour. Explain once more. Distance divided by time taken. Now, it is basic, this is the basic formula which we have to know. With this formula, we can solve any number of problems. If we multiply speed into time, then we can know what is the distance covered. So with this basic formula, we can measure any amount of speed or any amount of distance. This you can do it. The speed is 50 meter per second. Time is 1 minute 60 seconds. What is the distance? Immediately, fast you can do it. Speed into time, 50 into 60, 3000 meters. 3000 meters that can be converted into 3 kilometers. Now, there is a very important point. He has moved 3000 meters. But in which direction? Where he moved? We don't know. 3000 meters. So, speed has no direction. Speed is a scalar quantity, it has no direction. That is the question. Where he moved? Towards north or towards south? So speed is only the magnitude value, it's a scalar value. It is not, it does not have any direction in it. So distance by time taken is speed. Now we are coming into the next concept, that is called average speed. What is average speed? It is the total distance traveled by the total time taken. It's damn easy, that is. What is the total distance covered and the total time taken? So I have traveled 100 kilometers in 2 hours. What is my speed? Easy. For 2 hours, what is the distance is there? Time is there. What is my speed? My speed is 50 kilometer per hour. Yeah, this is with respect to the problem. Now, in this point, I would like to appreciate the people who have got second place in the Google Forms: Karen, Arogya, Santana, Harini, and Aditya. I congratulate you for what you have done. Hats up, guys. Want to do well in this Google Form also. Now, first we understood what is speed. It is a distance traveled by time taken. Now we try to understand what is velocity. So distance covered is simply the distance, but displacement has some direction. So point A to B have a distance of 20 kilometer, but displacement of 20 kilometer, but the distance of 50 kilometers. So 50 kilometers